Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Yahweh is who they ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shah is who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you look at Revelations 18, you clearly see a feature and a element of Revelation 18 that is highly ignored by most of these Christianity peoples and Bible theologians, as they say. So you look at verse, let's go with verse 11. It said, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buys their merchandise anymore. So in verse 12, it goes to naming the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen, purple and silk. So it's naming all of these fine, all this merchandise. And so when you get to verse 13 of Revelation 18, it says cinnamon, ornaments, and scheme of naming. But at the bottom part of 13, it says talking about merchandise now. It says the merchandise of sheep, of horses, of chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. Now, mind you, these last two features, these last two pieces of merchandise is some of the main things that America sells, and that's a big part of the American economy. When you look at chariots, the car industry is a major industry in America. It's not just any kind of industry. The car industry is a major industry. Then when you look at the workers, the working class is a major element of America. Now, when you look at what these Christianity people saying that this is all Babylon represents some kind of false religion and idolatry, they're totally missing what this book is saying. Because this chapter 18 when it's in 17, when you're describing Babylon, you see nothing in here about idolatry. You can go through the whole Bible, and nothing in this Bible connects Babylon to idolatry. Now, it talks about idols in, I think, Jeremiah, and that's talking about this Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. Because America has a lot of idols. But ancient Babylon, it was not the problem with ancient Babylon was not that they was dealing with idolatry. It was because they had the children of Israel in captivity, and especially the southern kingdom, the tribe of Judah. It had them in captivity. And so when you go back and look at Revelation 18:13, when it says that this Babylon had slaves and the souls of men as merchandise, you see, who can get somebody to do some work for them real easy in America? When you're talking about day labor, you see, when you're talking about agencies, employment agencies, that's what America is all about. From Florida to California, you can go to a day labor or what you call it, an employment agency, and find work. Even immigrants come to this country, and they are from the Northern Kingdom, and they get put to work under the table. So that's what this place is all about. Enslaving people for cheap labor. And the minimum wage for these people is terrible, where you really not getting paid nothing. And they wait a week or two to pay you when the law say you supposed to get paid every day. Salakia. Now, I'm going to bring out one more point in Revelation 13. It's a consensus that this two-horned beast represents Babylon. It's a two-horned beast that control all the kings of the earth and cause them to worship the first beast, the red dragon. So you got a two-horned beast that's separate from everything. You got Babylon the Great that's separate from everything. So when you go to Revelation 17:18, it's saying the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. That's exactly what chapter 13 said about the two-horned beast, which everybody recognized as America. It says that this two-horned beast, he exercised all the power of the first beast. You see? And he said it caused the earth and them that dwell therein. That means you causing everybody to worship the first beast. So he's reigning over these kings. He's ruling over these kings. He got dominion and control over these kings. This two-horned beast, this Babylon the Great. You see, but they tried to make Babylon into in a religious setting when religion is not in this Bible. It's only about nations. The nation of Babylon, the nation of Egypt, the nation of Sodom. You see, the nation of Edom, the nation of Israel. It's all about nations. It has nothing to do with religions or false ideals as an organized group. But I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yikak and Dash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth, teaching that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites and the descendants of slaves and that was scattered around the world. And peace to the elect Israelites that's going to be chosen to start the kingdom of heaven along with the martyrs. And our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.